Good morning. Welcome to Sales Chatter. It is Friday Fun Day. It's one of the days that we haven't done this in a while. So, welcome to Sales Chatter, the logistics podcast where we try to help 10,000 reps hit a million GP. I'm your co-host Ryan Mohammed, the logistics monk. But I got somebody. I got a co-host, right? We got somebody with me. So, this morning is my good friend, the bodacious cowboy, president and CEO of RGTX Logistics Solutions. Let's bring him on.
Woo! It is Friday, fun day here on Sales Chatter Live. Let's get into it. Boom, boom, boom.
Welcome to the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
Jeff, we haven't done this in a while. So, we got to bring up the energy a little bit because I don't know about you, Jeff, but I'm so jealous of everybody at Matt's this week. It looks like so much fun. What do you think, my man?
Oh, I wish I was there, man. I really do. I just replied to Stacy and she was talking about, if you're at Matt's, stop by the Women in Trucking booth, it's like, come on, guys, if you're at Matt's listening to us here on Sales Chatter Live, get off your ass. Let's go into that building. Go see the Women in Trucking booth. Tell them that the bodacious cowboy sent you and sign up. Become a member. I'm a member. Ryan's a member. We're going down to celebrate in November. Boy, that all rhymed, man. That's pretty good. I'm doing good today.
Yeah.
Do it,
You're
man.
a poet and you didn't even know it, So that's the amazing thing to see. Yeah, so Matt's looks amazing. Shout out to all the amazing people that are out there. Dean's out there.
Yep.
Trucking Pros is out there, and Women in Trucking and everything like that. So with that being said, they're keeping it hot in Louisville, Kentucky, but Sales Chatters, we're keeping it hot here too. So right in New Jersey and in Toronto. Let's have some fun. If it's like your first time watching, we are very casual. Like we said, we haven't had a Funday Friday in a while because we had some really amazing guests and episodes that we couldn't get to. But Jeff, MLB Opening Day yesterday. Did you watch any games? Who was your team? Because I don't know who's in New Jersey.
Yeah, I did not, but it is true. It is, it is what it is. Every year, everybody looks forward to opening day and all this stuff. And it's like, I didn't watch it, boo on the bodacious cowboy, but I didn't watch it, and it is something to watch for sure if you're a big baseball fan.
Oh, 100%. It's the dog days of summer, my man. So I was happy to see that my Toronto Blue Jays got that W in St. Louis, and we had everything in that game. We were up, we were down. Our starter wasn't so well, but we chased the starter off, and we actually won it in the ninth. So it's always nice to kind of see those fun games. But 165 or 142 games, Jeff? That's brutal, my man. It's up there.
165, man. That's a long haul, But hey, when you're getting paid the big bucks, you play baseball too, It's
100%. I think, what is it? I think when it comes to salaries, I think baseball is one of the highest paid. I know NHL is like the lowest. Basketball is basketball is only lucrative if you're like really good. When I'm talking like tons of millions of dollars. But yeah, I think baseball. I remember seeing like there was like a catcher and like he was like 300 pounds and he was making like $25 million a year. I'm like, sign me up, So
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I got a question for you. Baseball or logistics?
What about logistics in baseball? Why don't we do the hot dogs, man? Why don't we get the Nathan's Frank hot dogs? Why don't we transport that? We got Anthony and
on the Sales Chatter. Let's just and we'll put a baseball game on behind us.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Anthony's watching, and I don't know if you know about Anthony, but he kind of does like outside of the box customers. He does zoos, he does aquariums, casinos, like things that he genuinely likes, and that's the amazing thing about logistics.
Hey, if he moves an elephant, please take pictures and send it to Sales Chatter Live. We'd love to post that up out there and say, this is how you move a beast. That would be pretty cool.
Oh,
just think of risk involved in that, moving exotics. Think about that. I bet you there's got to be like, depending upon how rare the animal is, because they do move it. Just imagine what the insurance premium on something like that must be, man. If something went wrong, oh man.
Yeah. You got to have those riders on it, right? So it's like for all of us, it'd be pretty cool to kind of say that in like your career, like I moved like an elephant. It'd be pretty spectacular. So, speaking of elephants, let's quickly recap this week and like what everything we kind of been doing. We had some drivers. We had some amazing drivers.
Yep.
You know what's crazy, Jeff? The drivers that we had this week, I actually consider them friends now.
Yep.
Barb, Kelly Lynn, and we had Veronica as well. And yeah, I've actually reached out to them, and they're amazing to kind of hear
And
what they
Barb.
do. And
And
yeah,
Barb.
Barb is bluegrass, man. We gotta get that bluegrass music.
We know
I know
that.
Mark's in here. Shout out to Mark from TPZ Calgary. He's a guitar player, I think, as well. So we gotta have a jam session one day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just amazing, how long ago that we started this whole journey, especially with the seasons and talking about empowering women into logistics, then into business, then into trucking. We had such a great run talking to so many awesome women, and the discussions were the bomb, man. It's just like for the folks out there that missed it, shame on you. You missed out on some really good stuff that if you wanted to know what a woman goes through, in any one of those three areas, you would have definitely have learned it. And it's tough for them. The problems still exist. And yet we continue to promote women in logistics and trucking. We always will do that, Ryan. You know it as well as I. And we'll still have women on our show because it's such an important thing to bring to the forefront and to keep that out there and keep that fire lit and help them to get to where they need to be.
Yeah, 100%. And that's one of the coolest things that we've kind of learned. We already did our recap, so check the recap of the whole season that we did a couple weeks ago, and definitely let us know your thoughts. But yeah, it's just been a cool journey. Just I think for me, what I've really enjoyed, Jeff, is just meeting new people, talking to new people, learning about their experiences, and just being able to say, okay, well, this is where you're coming from, this is what you've done, and this is so cool to kind of get to know people as people, rather than like them as like just like as guests. So I've had a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to what the next season kind of brings for us in terms of like sales chatter in general, and what topics are we going to talk about, right? So Jeff, man, let's have a little bit of fun. Like let's talk about something. What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. TMS or TMSA is coming up, I think, down in Savannah or something like that in June. I was thinking about going down there because I thought that would be a pretty good event. We've got a few events that are coming up that I'm pondering on. We know we're going to Accelerate to meet some of the fantastic women out there and listen to what's going on. Try to help people get educated there. Just a lot of things on my mind, especially this weekend coming up. I'm going on vacation that next week, but the week after to get a little sunshine, tip back a few cocktails, meet some friends down there in Florida. So, us logistics folks got to break away. We need to have that downtime. It's so important. Yep. It really is. It's so important. And, when I put that post out this morning about Funday Fridays, some will skate and some will bake, because you never know in this industry that when you're going to get blindsided and your blood pressure just goes, and it's just like, holy shit, what the hell happened today? I didn't expect that. I don't know.
We talk about like work-life balance and being able to kind of go out and do things. I think that's so important. I think for me to kind of like just disconnect from it, because it's going to be there once you kind of leave too. And depending on your situation, some people's just situations are completely different. But for me, I always love the ability to kind of just like disconnect and go do something. Like Sundays, I don't use my phone or social media or anything like that. I kind of leave it in the office and kind of just go and live, like do something I want to do, like read a book or like go for a night. Well, I go for walks and everything like that every day. But just coming back to what you kind of said, like, being able to kind of give that knowledge, and we're seeing everybody here kind of see that, is that know that work is always going to be there. So enjoy the small things, man. Like try that new restaurant, try that new like thing that you've always kind of wanted to do. So it's so important.
That's what I plan on doing. You ever see that commercial with Corona and you got the two beach chairs sitting there and you've got the little table in between? They got their Coronas there and the guy's got his phone, and all of a sudden it rings and you see him. He just goes, about this, and just throws it into the water. It's just
Yeah,
like,
don't throw your $1,500 phone into the
oh no,
water.
no, I'm
Just
not going to do that.
yeah.
My wife is going to be with me, so I want to enjoy the vacation. I don't want to hear her go off on me. So
Yeah, just for complete with that, and that's the one thing that's I find it like I feel like with logistics you can get caught up in so much. You know, I've seen on quite a bit of posts, especially with like the
you
thing about like
think you can get caught up?
yeah.
You
Well,
think?
you know what's been helping, Jeff? I'll be
Maybe.
honest with you, and anybody in the audience can like agree or not, but LinkedIn is I feel like it's gone down the shitter in terms of like the actual LinkedIn, not the messages, but I don't get notifications anytime I comment on something. I can't engage with people anymore. Or like the notifications are like delayed. So I don't know. I don't know for anybody else. I've seen some posts that people complain about it as well, but LinkedIn is not. I don't know. There's. I feel like it's going down. So
I don't
it's hard to stay. It's hard to stay on LinkedIn and talk to people or like engage with people, knowing that you left a comment for them, they left a comment back for you, but you can't see it. So
Wow, I see everything that pops up on mine, man. You better reach out to LinkedIn and say, excuse me, but I'm on it every day, and where the hell are my comments, or my updates, notifications, But I get mine every day, because I try to say, you know what, I try to post good content out there. That's the hardest thing on LinkedIn is trying to create content that's meaningful, that helps people. I mean, you see a little bit of Facebook activity in there. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it does happen, but I think those people have good intentions because they're trying to break up the day too, because they work in the
yeah,
industry and they're trying to, have a little bit of fun. Because you know what? You never know what people are going through in the industries, in their personal lives, business lives, the pressures they're under. Let's just face it, man. When you're in logistics, you have pressures every single day. If you don't, you're doing something wrong. And, it's okay to have those pressures because that's what keeps you afloat. That's what creates revenue. That's what makes people interested in you because you're doing something and everybody wants to do business with you. So it's okay, man. It's okay. It's just don't take it to heart. I said, how many times have I said that? Over my.
well, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I feel like you just went off on a tangent, but nothing
Oh
makes
yeah, went
sense.
off on a
Yeah,
tangent.
nothing makes sense at all. So you bring me here. You're guiding me, but nothing makes sense.
We're talking about LinkedIn, and about the Facebook and people putting content out there, trying to break out their day, because they're struggling. I mean, sometimes they do that just to break up their day. So come
Yeah,
on, you
100%.
didn't follow that seriously?
No, you tend to like go on little tangents, and I'm like, where the like it's like I don't know where this is going. I hope he finds his way. Just like the cowboy. I hope he finds his direction from there. But no, it's pretty cool to see in terms of that, and I completely agree. You can get caught up in so many things. I try not to stay on social media, and like you said, you get blindsided every day in logistics.
Yeah.
But not necessarily like I'd love to know the audience. Like, what was last time? Like, what were you blindsided with this morning, Jeff?
What was I blindsided this morning with? Nothing yet, and I get the skate. I'm not going to bake. So, I mean, it's like, but
Oh,
don't ask me what happened on Wednesday.
What happened? What happened on Wednesday?
Oh, just, the crap hits the fan, and then it's like everything you got to drop, because it's those unexpected things. You get blindsided in it. It's how fast you respond. And that's the only thing that customers remember you for. If they got a problem, whatever. Hopefully it doesn't happen every single day, but it happens, man. It happens. So my Wednesday sucked.
There we go. But hey, man, there was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, pretty good. So, congratulate the wins. What are you getting up to this weekend, my man?
What am I doing? I know I'm doing something. I actually leave that up for my wife to plan it out. Because she's still working too, and it's like, okay, where are we going? We're going to a restaurant. That's our thing on every single weekend. We try to try out a new restaurant and try out different types of foods. I don't like sushi, so we won't be going to a sushi restaurant. Not anytime too soon. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, actually quite a bit, a lot. So tonight, I'm actually gonna go see John Wick 4. I love all the John Wick movies. It's probably one of the best. So yeah, so we're gonna definitely catch that. And then this weekend's WrestleMania weekend. Any wrestling fans in the audience tend to usually like to go to these. They're gonna be in Hollywood, I think, this weekend. So definitely watching that. And actually this one's for Lisa. I'm actually starting 75 hard tomorrow. So 75 hard
Really?
is Yeah, I'm getting into it. No excuses now. I always used to kind of tell myself that while living in Toronto, I can't start 75 hard on January 1st because of the snow. Snow is all gone, my friend. So it's time 75 days of just straight commitment. Let's get it, baby.
Well, you know something? You're my hero, seriously, because I just started my my diet actually at the beginning of this week, and I lost 8 pounds already.
Let's go.
Just figuring out my diet and doing all that stuff. But I would have I kind of disagree with the start date for 75. And hear me out, my friend. If you're going to start something 75, you do it in the hardest months, because 75 is you do activities inside and you have to have equal amount of time outside.
Yep.
So why not struggle and do it in the snow and really beat the hell out of yourself, because that only makes you have a more powerful mind, and you're creating something that gets you through those obstacles and barriers. So if I was 20 years younger, that's what I would do, man. I would
So
be out there
well, here's the thing, Jeff. Here's the thing, Jeff. So I disagree with that because it's going to be hard 75 days regardless in whatever terrain it is
Oh,
in.
it is.
So like I think only like 5% of people like actually finish it. I was actually looking on like TikTok and YouTube for people making content about it, and yeah, there's very few content. So I think I don't know, Lisa, what do you think? Should I should I film this whole journey that I'm about to do like every single day or something like that? Make a YouTube short or something like that and go from there. But I'm you know what, the one thing, Jeff, and I think this is a good conversation to talk about.
Yeah.
75 hard is only 5 things that you need to do, right? And I think in logistics, we often think, oh my God, the 5 things that I need to do or the 2 things I need to do, it's so easy, but we don't get it done, because we kind of throw off that, oh my God, it's so easy to get done, right? So what are your thoughts on things that look easy on paper, but in execution, man, it's there.
Well, and that's an awesome question. And what I've done my whole career in this is that I've always gone off after the hardest stuff first and left
Eat the frog.
and left the low hanging fruit for last, because once you get over that hill and you're taking care of the hardest stuff first, everything else just falls into place and it's easy peasy. So that's my focus, and it's always been my focus. Always hit that hard stuff first, man. Don't go for the low line fruit, man. That's like your way out.
I love that. I love that. Eat the frog. That's the eat the frog mentality. And shout out to Steve, one of my homies. I saw yesterday with his post about his growth in the last like 2 years, which I'm so proud of you, brother. So keep riding onward, and that's amazing to kind of see. And I agree with you, Jeff. Do the hardest thing first, right?
Yeah.
So I never lose sleep over anything. I think Dan has told this story a million times on this podcast, and we kind of talk to people, is that he's asked me what keeps me up at night, and I literally say nothing, because I know in that 8 to 10 hours that I put in my work and myself, I've done all I can do. I don't always kind of say, oh, I wish I made one more call, or I wish I did one more email. It's just, I did what I can do in that capacity, and then that was it. And I go to sleep like a baby, Jeff. So it's like one of those things that is amazing that I kind of see on my end here. What do you talk to us about your fitness journey? Why did you decide that you wanted to do a diet? And congratulations on losing the 8 pounds, which is amazing. Give us your thoughts. Let's unpeel those layers.
Yeah. So you know what? This is a no holds bar episode, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll just say it because I feel like shit. I mean, seriously, I've felt that way for months on end. It's like when you were an athlete, and I'm going back years. I was running every single day. I was pumping 50 miles out every single week. Running 5Ks. Even in my 50s, I was doing that, and I loved it. And the hardest part for me is I hate sweating. But once I started sweating, I became an animal, and I wanted more, and I pushed myself to the limits. So in the meantime, because I was ranked 17th in the state of New Jersey in cross country in my youth, I blew out my knees in my 50s, and I need double knee replacement. So now running is out. So I cannot run. I love running. I love competition. Now that part is out of my life. So now I've got to fall back on other stuff, and it's harder. You know, you think running is hard, but man, when you can't run and you're trying to find an option or another alternative to get to the same results, but you can't do what you love, that's tough, man. I don't care what anybody says. So now you're trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to find another solution to get to that same results. And it's tough. So, you know, diet, I'm not eating as much as I am. I'm doing a lot of yogurt, a lot of water, a lot of cottage cheese, a lot of lettuce, lean meats, no bread. You know, I don't use salt. I don't use sugar. I haven't used that in 30, 40 years, you know, so I'm on that good side. My cholesterol is freaking perfect for my age. My blood pressure is perfect, you know, but I'm just saying it's tough, man. As you get older, it's tougher than when you're in your 30s or in your 40s, man. You know, it's the genetics, man. It's the DNA. It's the stuff but the only thing that I can say too is that once you're an athlete, it's awesome that you have muscle memory. You know, if you're a wrestler and you haven't wrestled for 30 years, you can still get back on the mat. You won't be as fast, but that muscle memory and those positions and everything is just going to come back to you, you know, compared to someone that's never done it before, you know, and that's what I lost. I don't have that ability to go and run. My mind says yes, and my legs say, go to hell, dude. We're not doing that today. So
Yeah, I love that you're talking about running because Steve's actually an avid runner. He's done so many like amazing things, marathons. He's actually preparing for a big the Bruce Trail in Toronto, in Ontario. It's one of the biggest trails that we have here, and
yeah,
I think he's doing
Steve?
it.
How old
Huh?
is How old is Steve? Steve, how old
Uh
is brother?
yes, we'll get to Steve when he comes for his age, but yeah, Steve's guys are pretty cool. So from that, like I like what you said from muscle memory because it's the same thing too. When I go to the gym, I start lifting weights. I'm like, I remember the right form. Mind you, like I was going heavy in high school and college, so
Yeah,
it's pretty cool to kind of see just to have that. But even still, you know, it's you gotta have that daily movement, as Lisa kind of says, eat well and have some fun with it.
yeah. So
So
here's the thing that I want to tell Steve, and that's why I asked his age, is listen to your elder here. All right. Run, but run on forgiving surfaces. Try to keep your ass off the asphalt and concrete as much as you possibly can. If you can run and stay on grass, or if you're at a beach and you can run on sand, do it, man, because your knees at some point are going to um, are going to give out at some point, depending upon how much stress you're putting on it and how many years you've done it. Trust me on
and,
this.
and by the way, just want to give a disclaimer. Jeff is not a medical professional, so let's make sure we're not giving doctor advice here. Do what you got to do, what you feel with your body. Just giving
Yeah,
that little bit disclaimer here, you know.
no, hey, you know what? It's just a suggestion, but you know, don't come back to me if something happens like that. I should have listened to Jeff. You know,
Well, you know what? Let's talk about that because I hate that with old people. So let's have that conversation with that. You guys feel that you know everything, and
oh, we don't.
realistically, yeah, no, I feel that. I know we do want to have that conversation with you because it's kind of like I know everything. Don't follow my advice, but if you do, don't come back to me running. And it's like it's such a like an old person mentality to have. So why are you the way? Why did you make that comment? Just out of curiosity, Jeff.
Well, because you know what? I tried to save people from pain. If somebody's gone through it, right? It's just like when you're growing up and you don't know that electric oven is hot until you feel it. So somebody tells you don't touch the burner. You're going to burn yourself. Are you going to listen to that person, or are you going to do it? And then all of a sudden you say, the little kids.
But then that's comparing to a child. Like this is like
Oh
that.
no, it's the same
I
thing.
understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that's relevant. And I love having a discussion because this is what Friday Fun Day is about.
Yeah,
Having conversations that are completely open. Because you know, it's like okay, that's you brought up a kid analogy, right? So that's a kid. He doesn't know better, but somebody who does know better. And realistically, like I feel like our generation now. They got more knowledge than all these old folks in because they grew up in different times, right? Where we like, I think who said it, but they said this cell phone has more information to it than Ronald Reagan had when he was president of the
yeah,
United
I saw
States,
that. Yeah.
right? So it's kind of cool to actually have that conversation to kind of see the experiences and things like that. So thank you for sharing that, by the way. That's actually
Yeah,
really
no,
cool that we can talk about. That's awesome.
hey, look, I'm old. I've seen a lot of stuff, man, and I'm just trying to prevent others because here's the thing: ignorance is bliss. You
Mm-hmm.
know, some people will push themselves to a point because they think they're immortal, and then all of a sudden things start catching up to them, and then they finally realize, you know what? If I changed my approach, it's just like logistics.
Yep.
They've settled in, they're doing this kind of stuff, and then they finally realize that was the wrong approach. I should have done it this way. You know, it's all knowledge sharing and helping and giving suggestions and options and alternatives to something that could help them in the long run. You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of shameful. It's like going to an older doctor. It's like, why listen to an older doctor? Okay, why would you go to an older doctor? Because he's got a different mindset. He's going to tell you the things that he's wrong. No, he's right because he's seen it. You know, we're humans. He's seen it. He's operated on knees, hips, whatever. You know, there's a reason they go out, and they always tell you whether you're young, middle age, or old, things that you shouldn't do to prevent osteoporosis or arthritis or stuff like that. You're going to get it, man. It's inevitable. You will get arthritis. You're going to, but that comes with the abuse you put on your body. So nothing new here with old.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. That's awesome to kind of see. So, like I said, getting back to you said you felt like garbage, so you switched up the diet and it's working well for you. That's awesome. Looking forward to hearing the next couple months, hearing the results of that comes because like those small daily wins, right, are they're gonna compound, just like with everything that you're kind of doing. So, what is something that other than running, Jeff, what is something that you wish that you could have done that you did when you were younger that you can't do now? Physically.
Oh, man. Ride a unicycle.
Okay. You're like one of one. Is unicycle still a thing? Do people still ride unicycles?
Oh, you know what's really neat? You talk about unicycles. Have you seen the insurance commercial? And they're on the dock. You know that they have motorized unicycles now, man? I couldn't believe that.
I saw a motorized bike actually the other day, and I was actually pretty crazy to kind of see. I was actually like, "Wow, that's amazing," kind of thing. So,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just it's unbelievable. I think I'd fall off like even if I was in my youth because the motor moves before your body adjusts. But when your body tells you to move forward and you're on a unicycle, it's different. You know, all the mechanics and everything is like fluidity. But when you hit a gas pedal and you're not prepared to what's going to happen, you go back automatically. Your body can't lean forward to balance it. So it takes a lot more work, man. I can tell you from an expert.
Yeah, the expert unicycle, coming to a Cirque du Soleil near you. Jeff, the bodacious cowboy.
I would do that. I would have done that if
to circus
way back when, and I was on a unicycle. I definitely would have applied for that.
Nice,
Definitely.
Jeff in the circus. That would be really, really cool.
Absolutely.
Like that'd be amazing. It's just too bad. I'd say normally we got to make this happen, but I feel like we just couldn't. But that's cool to see that you did like unicycle and things like that. What kind of memories does that bring up to you when you used to like ride your unicycle as a younger cowboy without the boots yet?
Good memories, riding it in schools, going up and down stairs, delivering newspapers on my paper route like that. Chicks digged it, man. They were like, how the hell do you do this and stuff like this? I didn't want to follow the flow, man. I said that on a recent whatever you call it, comment that I put out there, man. Go against the grain, dude. Nobody else did it in my town, not one. And I was determined to do that. It just brings back great memories, man. Awesome.
That's awesome. So you were the unicycle guy. Every time you're passing by, everyone was like, "Hey, it's Jeff." That's you're one of one.
Do now. The only thing that I can do now is I can still get on a 10-speed bike, sit backwards on the handlebars, and ride it backwards with no hands. I can still do that.
So we're gonna get a video of that, gentlemen. Everybody in the audience are gonna get. Jeff is gonna be doing that this week.
Don't bet against me. Do not bet against me. I will take your money. I'm telling you right now, and I'm being honest, no joke. don't bet against me, man.
Please don't do it. I don't want to come on Monday and be like, guys, I'm sorry, it's a solo episode today. Jeff's in the hospital. And
Yeah, I mean, I used to do that, and I could turn it, and I'd ride it down the streets, everything. The only time I had to grab the handlebars, because when you're on a 10-speed, that's where the brakes are, and I had to stop. But otherwise, I can definitely do that without a doubt, man.
nice, man. It's just thinking about like different things that you're kind of getting into as well. Do you know who Theo Vaughn is, Jeff?
Theo Fon, no.
The comedian. Does anybody in the audience know who Theo Vaughn is? Onward. He's an amazing comedian. I just got it. Like I started watching his videos on like YouTube. He's a funny guy, man. Who's your go-to for stand-up? New. Let's not go like back in the day, but like now you want to get a laugh and you go on YouTube. Who?
Vic Dedabetto. Look him up,
Oh,
man. You want to laugh your ass off, man? Vic Dedabetto.
Okay.
He will absolutely crush it. We've got tickets for June. I just saw him back in December up at the Mount Airy Lodge casino, man. This guy will have you cracking up. I think he's the funniest dude out there. Doesn't live too far from me either, but he is.
Oh, he's a local guy. Yeah, I've never heard of him.
He's a local guy, but he goes to all the big venues out there, AC all over the place, man. Look him up. Tell you guys out there, women out there, man, go to YouTube, look up Vic Dedabetto. You want to laugh your ass off, man, watch his stuff. He will crack you up.
Beauty. Yeah, I've never heard of this guy. Yeah, Russell Peters, man. Russell Peters, the OG, man. From Toronto, from Brampton. He's one of the OGs, and he's amazing to kind of see. Like I said, Theo Vaughn, Russell Peters, Dave Chappelle's the OG. I think he's even better than Eddie Murphy.
He's been out there a while, too, man.
Yeah, so he's consistent, man. What I love about stand-up, Jeff, especially what I relate this to logistics, they all have a story to tell, and then that punchline that you didn't think that they were going to hit that punchline, at the end, everything always makes sense. And I think one of the really coolest things is being able to guide people and storytell is amazing. So I know we're coming up, we're up with time here. So Jeff, we just want to announce to everybody, next week we'll be doing all replays. We will be here on Wednesday with Data Day, and we'll decide if we'll do Friday or not, or just air an amazing replay. But we got to take a little time off, Jeff's going to be off the week after as well. What are you looking forward to most on vacation, Jeff?
Beach life, man. Like I said, my ultimate goal, because I'll never retire, is to bring my laptop on a beach, have cocktails all day long, and watch the money roll, man. That's my ultimate goal, and I love the beach life. Waking up with flip flops, put on a pair of shorts, t-shirt, go down to a local cafe, man. That's it. I can't wait to do a few miles of walking on the nice white sand beaches.
Nice. That's envious to everybody out here. Just want to shout out Mark, like I said, from TPZ Logistics Calgary, an amazing guy. I believe he has like a LinkedIn group now called This Is Logistics. If you want to plug that, buddy, we'll pop it on the screen. And he's a good guy, man. I think they do a lot of like open deck and a lot of logistics solutions out there in Calgary. So you ever been to Calgary, Jeff? I know you've been to Canada quite a bit, but
why?
Not joking.
I'm half French Canadian, man.
Yeah, you don't have to say that all the time. Like nobody.
Since I said it all the time, why are you asking? Have I ever been in Canada?
Well, you don't need to be. Well, no, you don't need to be. Well, so you've been to Calgary. What were you up there for?
Oh, it's just like one of those type of things where you just want to see new areas. I've been to London, Ontario, Canada, Mississauga, Derby line. All over the freaking place. Down to 405. It's a lot of fun. I mean, Canada's nice, man. Depending upon where you go.
Banff is like anybody's
been to Canada, you should go up there, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about. I don't know. As a true Canadian, I would never say London and Mississauga. Is a good place because those are just basic cities. But I think like one of the really cool things is getting out to Calgary. Banff is amazing. Lake Louise, one of the coolest lakes you'll ever see, crystal clear. So like we said, it's amazing to kind of see everything that's kind of going on. For myself, Jeff, I'm excited for Q2, man. Q1 was a little bit of a drag, and it is what it is with Q1. But onward, baby, onward. What are you seeing for Q2, my friend?
A little bit more pain. And aggravation, more of it in Q2. I think the market's going to keep on going down. I think it's going to be a struggle. But you got to keep that fuel on the fire, man. You got to keep on moving forward. There's a lot of brokerages out there that are laying off. It's just being honest. It's going to continue to do that, and unfortunately, if the spot market keeps on going below that, you're going to see a lot more carriers closing up doors, man. You read about it every single day. So
Yeah, and just not to add on the carrier side, Jeff. Like I was actually talking to somebody who's actually well involved in supply chain on the shipper side. They've had some crazy layoffs too. So layoffs are everywhere, and this is we're not here to scare anybody, but it's a good
oh,
for me. What I've done, Jeff, in Q1 was while things are a little bit slow, I've looked to other people in the industry. Like Mark, like I said, he's an amazing guy. I'm going to be reaching out to him to kind of get his thoughts off, like what is his thoughts and things that I can learn from different people because this is where we've always said anybody could sell in the last selling market for the last 2 years. Anybody could sell, but like
exactly.
now it's a time to be that solution provider and be that person that you can't be replaced. That SME that you always talk about.
Yeah, and you know what? If you get through this, you are putting yourself in position A, where everybody else is faltering and not having that confidence level and not having that positive mindset. That's what's going to hurt you most. So, change it now. Get yourself prepared for the worst, prepare for the best, and keep that momentum going, man. Do not stop. You know,
Yeah, and control the controllables. That's all it really is, man. Just have some fun.
network, phone calls. Reach out to your customer base, exploit them for what they are, get those recommendations, get those referrals. Just keep it. Find alternatives. Find different options to keep that pipeline full and running. That's all
Keep
I
that
can
five.
say. And
But with that being said, though, Jeff, before you even do all those things and you get into your desk, you got to be fueled by something, right? Get fueled by Cirilla drinks. You can still use the promo code Sales Chatter to get a discount off of your Cirilla drinks. Did you have a chance
I
to try it
did.
out yet?
Not bad.
Ooh,
Yeah, not
ooh,
bad. Not bad. Definitely a unique taste. That's what I
I
can say.
love it. I
Definitely
love it.
a very unique taste. And yeah, I gave one to my mother-in-law. I gave one to my wife. I forgot which ones they did, but it's like six different. Uh,
Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah,
Six
yeah,
different flavors. It's you'll
flavors. Yeah,
find your favorite. And I'm seeing what they're kind of growing. Love shout out to Sarah who was on last week, spending time with us, and it was amazing to kind of see Cirilla. Like I said, we gotta get some more in Canada. It's one of those things that I think about. Like personally, just I'll share this with everybody here. I stopped drinking maybe it was a month ago, just my personal choice. And I'm not a drinker like Jeff. I'm a social guy. So if I go to a bar or if I'm going with my wife, I'll have a glass of wine, things like that. But then I decided like, hey, I don't really. I think my wake up call was just thinking about all my friends who woke up on like St. Patrick's Day the next day. They couldn't come out and hang out with us and grab breakfast. So it was like, and I was good, yeah, and I was fueled. So for me, it's just really important and teach their own. Everybody has their own vices and things like that. I think Kat mentioned earlier here that she gave up smoking. So shout out to her, amazing journey. And we need to celebrate those small wins together. You're just not
yes,
alone, and I think it's important.
yes, absolutely, man.
It's
Absolutely.
awesome, man. So, man, I don't want to go, man. This I was gonna text you like, here, man. This time has been flying today, so something's going. Something's we're definitely having fun, and we're having fun with everybody out here today. I do want to give a quick shout out to everybody that we've had this entire journey with us in the seasons. All the amazing guests, all the amazing comments,
Oh yeah.
and the things that have really like popped off because of it, right? Like we had that one day where Lisa, yourself, and I believe it was Lindsay giving out memberships to Women in Trucking
Yes.
Association, and it's really cool. What are your thoughts on everything that's kind of transpired on, buddy?
Oh man, like I said earlier, it was fantastic. More surprises to come for sure. It's going to be great. That's all I'll say. It's just going to be great, man. I am so pumped up for the next venture. It's going to be.
It's good stuff.
And the dogs agree with me.
Yeah, my wife just got home. I just had to kind of mute myself, just wait for her to
Awesome.
kind of come in. So it's kind of, yeah, and it's been a cool, fun journey. We've made a lot of new friends here, and these are friends for life that I personally see. I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna go a little bit off the cuff here, Jeff. I'll do a little self promo. I don't do this often, but I do want to make a little bit of announcement. I am starting the Logistics Monk Show. It's going to be primarily on YouTube. It's going to be every Monday. It's going to be a podcast style. And we're just going to be honestly talking about faith, career, music, and personal development. It's different from this. I'm not leaving the show, so don't worry about that. But it's just a little bit of a side project that I'm working on. And our first guest is going to be someone who actually has a subscriber base of over 20,000 people in culture and faith and all that stuff. So it's going to be called Logistics Monk Show every Monday at 5 p.m. We'll be doing the video, and it's not live, but just give a little bit promo there. So I want to thank you for allowing me to do that.
Oh yeah, man, awesome. I know you're gonna kill it because we kill it here, and it's awesome. Just like I said, man, more surprises coming.
Thank you so much, friend. And I do have to say, like I really enjoy this a lot. This is you and I. Let's talk about that. Like I'm not in a rush to leave right now, but
No.
It's been amazing to see the journeys of you and I. Like, who would have thought? Like a kid from Toronto, a senior, killing it in logistics. Not senior like old, like senior like tenured, amazing on the shipper side and the broker side. Who isn't a broker, by the way? He hates brokers, so he became one. So for us to connect and join, man, it's been a truly pleasure. Like I genuinely have like tons of love and respect for you, my man.
Oh, absolutely. Likewise. Who knew that this was all going to evolve? From the beginning to now, it was just, hey, I have never been podcasting. I never knew what the hell to do on it, but I learned. It's just like what you do in logistics, and you're a newbie and you jump into that seat, you gain that knowledge, you get that confidence, and then you go out and you knock it out of the park every single day, which we did. Did we think we're going to do that in the beginning? Oh, no. It was just like, okay, let's just do this, get it over with, and it was like, but now it's just grown immensely. Everybody knows who the Logistics Monk is. They surely know who the Bodacious Cowboy is, and thanks to my good friend, Mark Ridley, who gave me that name, and now it is a bona fide trademark registered, and it's so many other things that are coming into play on that. But yeah, man,
God is good. So I know I think you have a podcast coming up today. Is that something that's happening?
Oh yeah. Live from Matt's, I'll be with Hold My Beer team out there. They're going to be there doing a live show. He asked me to be down there. I got too much going on, so I couldn't go and join him, but I'll still be on the show for sure. Always good, and then, I'm always a guest on Trey Griggs' show, The Word on the Street at 1 o'clock every Friday. So,
busy man.
You're busy juggling logistics, podcasts, family, live. Take care.
I feel like when you go to the grocery, you're like, sorry, no autographs right now. You got to send like an email or something. You got to get this plan. So that's awesome. Like I love the growth that you're having, man, and it's just a testament to like who you are as a person. So keep crushing it, my man. Want to thank everybody in the audience today for coming out and spending their entire weeks with us. We're truly blessed, and we're truly having a lot of fun. So catch us back on the replay. We'll hit it back at 2 and 6 p.m. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you found value in this, which I know you did, share this with a friend, share this with a neighbor, share this with the Amazon driver coming with your packages today. And like we said, the best tip that I can kind of give to anybody is like, if you're ever thinking about doing something like this, like a podcast or sending videos or anything like that, and you just feel like, hey, I don't have the right equipment. Oh, I don't know what to talk about or anything like that. Just do it. Your first couple videos are gonna suck. Like I told Jeff this, I watched like the first time that I came on here on Sales Chatter, and I sucked. So I still think I still got a ways to go. But with that being said, things do. So go out there and do it. And whether it be logistics, your personal, your professional career, it's amazing. So with that being said, Cowboy, take us home, my man.
Yes, sir. It's been a great week. It's great to be back on Funday Fridays, more to come, more surprises. Everybody out there, thank you so much for your support and the audience. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. I should say we, not I, because we are a team, Ryan and I. So, we definitely appreciate it. So with that said, everybody out there, please have a safe and happy weekend. Come back here. Join us on Sales Chatter Live for more replays next week, I'm on vacation the following week, but we'll be back live on the 17th. So check us out then. With that said, the Bodacious Cowboy is out. Be well.